stamping. Today, Stampin' Up! Is introducing 3 brand new Sale-A-Bration products. The first one is called Reverse Words, and this is available in clear or wood mount. And the second stamp set is called Make a Medallion, and it's available in photo polymer. Now today I'm going to share with you the third Sale-A-Bration product, and this one is called Glimmer Paper. It's a 6x6 assortment, and if you look right here, you'll see all 3 different colors that are available. Now these do come in a pack together, so you're going to get 4 of the Bermuda Bay, which is right here. That's Bermuda Bay. You're going to get 4 of Sweet Sugarplum and 4 of the Mint Macaron. Here are 3 cards that I've created using the new 6x6 glimmer paper. And you'll see here that the Bermuda Bay glimmer is shining through this, this cutout. And you'll notice the leaves in the Mint Macaron as well. You'll also notice this one is all Mint Macaron, and the glimmer paper is behind the card layer, and of course the leaves again are Mint Macaron. And then this one is Sweet Sugarplum that's glimmering through with the Mint Macaron leaves. Now I'm going to show you how to create this card today, and I'm going to give you the measurements as well. But let me show you where the greetings came from for these cards, as well as the framelit used to cut out the flowers and the leaves. So the greetings are from the Avant Garden, and this is also a Sale-A-Bration stamp set that you can earn free with a $50 purchase. You'll want to be sure to do that by March 31st, 2017. And these are the actual framelits that we're going to be using. And this is the coordinating stamp set. And this is called Special Reason. And Special Reason is found in our Occasions catalog right here. And it's on page 42. And here you can see the stamped images as well as the framelits here. And here are also a couple of ideas that you can create as well if you have both of those products. So we are going to start with a Whisper White card base, and it's going to be 4 inches across by 5 1/4 inches down, okay? And this becomes our top layer, all right? So I'm going to move the glimmer paper out of the way, and we're going to start with this piece, and we're actually going to take the framelit. And as you can see, I've already cut this, but you want to position your framelit about right here, which is in the upper right corner. Now let me show you the layers for your big shot. You're going to want to use your magnetic platform and your precision cut base plate. Now glimmer paper's thicker than cardstock, so it's always nice to use the precision plate to help cut that. So you would just lay this right on your plate and put your cutting pad right on top and roll it through, and then you get this cut image. Now with this image, we're going to want to take out those little petals, and so we're going to use our Sizzix brush and the mat, and I'm just going to roll this through and get all those little pieces out, okay? And then once I've done that, then I'm ready to take the framelit again, and this time I'm going to turn it this way. So the framelit was this way, and now I'm going to turn it this way. So these petals look like they're going up, and these petals look like they're facing this way, okay? So you'll want to cut that out as well the very same way, and then your card layer is going to look like this. Now we're ready to cut our glimmer paper. So tip number 1 for cutting glimmer paper, use your Stampin' trimmer but also use an old cutting blade, okay? So when your blade becomes dull, we usually toss them, but keep the old blade. Put a G on it for glimmer paper, and then whenever you're cutting glimmer paper or really thick paper, you can use your older cutting blade, okay? All right, we're going to do Sweet Sugar Plum, which is right here, and it is 6 by 6 inches, and I want to cut mine down to 4 inches. It's basically going to be the same size as the Whisper White cardstock. So 4 inches, and then 5 1/4 inches. We'll take care of that. Okay, so now we do have these scraps left over. So tip number 2 is to store your leftover glimmer paper in a clear envelope. Okay, so here's my leftover piece. I can certainly use that for something else as well as this. Okay, and so that's just a nice way to store your loose pieces. Okay, so now we're ready to attach this, and you can see how beautiful that is. Now, one other idea for you, okay? If you were to cut this, and actually I'll just go ahead and do it. I'm going to cut this one at 4 inches, and then 5 1/4. And this is a really neat way to get your leaves cut. And it's also going to, it's just a great way to use all of your glimmer paper and not have any waste. For example, if I were to lay this over here and attach these two together, I have this space right here. So I can actually take the leaf framelit, and I'm going to grab that in 1 second. Here it is. Hang on. So we're going to take the leaf framelit. I can cut right there, and you'll never know that I cut that piece under there, okay? And so that would be one of my leaves. Again, you can go down here to the bottom, do the very same thing. Put your leaf there, cut it, and then you can still use this glimmer paper as your background, but yet you've also cut 2 leaves. So that's a great way to cut and get some extra leaves, okay? So just wanted to show you that little trick. Now the next tip is number 4, and this one is using your Tombow Glue to adhere the Whisper White cardstock to the glimmer paper. Glimmer paper is really hard. It can be hard to adhere things to glimmer paper. For example, snail is probably not going to work, the mono adhesive. You can try glue dots, but I don't know if they will stay. And so whenever I'm gluing or attaching something to glimmer paper, I do like to use the Tombow. And you'll see here, I'm just going around the outer edges. Okay, it's not even straight. Okay, and you can even put a little bit in here if you want. Okay, and then we're going to flip this over, and we're going to attach it to our glimmer paper. And I can see already it's holding quite nicely. And you want to just kind of hold down the little corners to make sure that they're sticking to the glimmer paper. Okay. I've already taken the time to cut my leaves just to save us a bit of time. Also, just want to remind you about this. Remember this piece that we cut off and we have this extra? This is also great for leaves. For example, you can cut out a leaf here, and you can also cut out a leaf right next to it. So remember, this used to be 6 by 6. Now it's 4 inches across by 5 1/4 inches. This is what's left, and you can get several leaves out of this piece as well. All right, for attaching my leaves, I could use the fine tip glue pen, and I probably could use some Tombow as well. But I have found, you know, if I want to do this quickly, I can use glue dots. So I'm just going to put a glue dot right there on the back of that leaf, and it's towards the bottom. And then I am just going to attach these leaves together like that. And then I'm going to use another glue dot, and let's see if we can't get this attached right there. Okay, so that's my first set of leaves. Again, I'm checking my corners, make sure that they are sticking to the glimmer paper. Here is another glue dot. And I'll put those leaves like that. And again, just another glue dot. And it's just fast. Okay, so now we're ready to attach this to our card base. And we're going to use the Sweet Sugarplum. And I'm actually going to use some snail. You could also use Tombow on this as well. This is pretty thick paper. So, all right. And then I am just going to center this right on the card base. All right. Whoops. Okay. Now we're ready to stamp our words. And I'm actually going to use crumb cake cardstock for this and soft suede ink. And I am just going to stamp. All right, that's looking a bit crooked to me, so let me flip that over. I'm going to make it a little bit straighter. All right, and then we're going to add some ribbon. And so here's our ribbon right here. And I'm going to put a glue dot right on the back of that ribbon. I'm going to make a loop. Okay. All right. So now it's sticking. And then this little piece is actually going to be adhered here. All right. Let's get our card back. Oops. Stuck on something. All right. So we've got our card back. So I'm probably going to want to put my little fishtail or the little banner about right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fold this ribbon in half, and I'm going to take my ribbon scissors, or you could take your paper snips, and then I'm going to cut upwards, and then I'm going to have my little fishtail right there. Okay. All right. I'm going to try and attach this with some glue dots. And hopefully my ribbon's not too long. If it is too long, we'll just have to go back and cut it a little bit more. Okay, and for this, I'm going to actually add some dimensionals. So let me do that. I'm going to kind of put some at the very top. All right. And then we'll just peel this off. And then we're going to attach it. All right, let's see if I have that straight. All right, so that is a card using the 6x6 glimmer paper. It is beautiful and shiny. So head on over to my online store and place a minimum $50 order, and you can choose the glimmer paper as your free Sale-A-Bration item. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll put the tips on my blog right under the video. Thanks so much for buzzing. Sunny day, I'll be your shade tree.